Hi everyone. So in this recording, we'll be discussing about lists in HTML over here. Okay, so we do have three different types of lists called as ordered list, unordered list, followed by description list in our HTML over here. Okay, let's understand one by one. So for that, I just go and get a basic boilerplate here. So I'll just go and hit on shift followed by not. Let's hit to go with this particular emit abbreviation here. And I will just rename the title as list in HTML over here. If you remember in the last application or in the last recording where we were discussing about our images, we had a local server installed over there, right? We were just going with the live server and we started our go live option as well. Right now the same thing is running here. So for that I'll just stop the server here. So let's click on this particular port 5500 in order to stop that particular server, and it will dispose, and then we can just go and start a current server in this particular file called lists.html over here. Okay, so let's open one more server on the same file with the lists over here, and we'll discuss about what are the different types of lists we have over here. Okay, so as usual, like when we just go to any sort of grocery or anyway, we always make certain notes, right? In order to make that particular things achieved. Okay, let's say if you want to go to a grocery and if you want to purchase certain things or certain stocks or certain groceries from your shop over there, so we always go and make certain notes over there, right? Writing all those things in a bullets over there, correct? So we can either go with the ordered list or we can either go with the unordered list over here. So let's go and understand what are those ordered and unordered list over here. Okay, so our application just got loaded over here, so it's stating list in HTML and we don't have anything as of now, indicating a blank screen over here. Okay, that's pretty good what we expected over here. So let's just go and get started over here. Okay, so let's go back to editor and then we'll discuss about the very first thing called as an unordered list over here. Okay, in order to get an unordered list, we do have a tag here called as UL. Okay, let's write some comments stating we are going with the unordered list UL. So UL stands for here unordered list. Okay, in order to discuss about our unordered list, we have a tag called as a UL, with the help of which you can get some unordered lists on the screen. So I just go with UL and I just hit on enter. You can see we just got our unordered list over here. In order to display certain items in this particular unordered list, we do have a tag called as LI over here, where LI stands for list items over here, where LI stands for list items over here. So let's go with the list items and I just say LI, and we do have an option here. Okay, so let's say I'll just come back to that option. So I just say the very first thing I want to go and display certain things. Let's say I want to display some subjects over here. I will go with English, and let's say we want one more LI over here. So I'll just go with Max, and let's say we want one more. So let's say I just go with Sociology. Okay, let's say social over here. These are three things what we're expecting on our screen over here. So now if I just go back to my application over here, see we just got those three particular things here, right? We got English, Max, social over here, and indicating we just got an unordered list here. So what's this unordered list about? You can see we are having all those things in a bullet like structure over here, right? We have some three dots over there indicating we don't have any proper order here, right? When it comes to unordered list, we don't have any specific order here. That's the reason we call it as an unordered list over here, correct? So we can't identify or we can't depict, okay, saying this is the first one, this is the second one with any sort of identifier over here. So now what I'll do, I just go back to ordered list and we'll come back to unordered at some point of time. So the next one what we have here stands for OL, where OL stands for ordered list over here, where OL stands for ordered list over here. So I just say ordered list, and again in order to get the list items, we do have the same tag called as LI over here. So for that, let's say I want 3 LIs over here. So for that we have an option. So you can just go and you can just say LI followed by multiply option followed by how many number of times. Let's say I want it for 3 times. So we can see I'm just saying LI into 3, indicating we want it for 3 times. So let's hit on the same thing. It's all again because of your emit abbreviation. So I will just hit on this particular one and you can see it's directly hovering me over here. So now let's say I want to go and get about something called, I'll just write the same thing here. Let's say English. And rather than hitting on enter, I can just go and hit on something called tab over here. With the help of that, you can see I'm directly coming to the second one, LI over here. And secondly, let's say I want something called Max. And for the third one, again, rather than going with enter, I'll just say tab over here. It will directly take me to this particular LI over here. So where I just want to have something called social over here. So now if I just save and if I just go back to my browser over here, see, we just got the second one in a proper order here, right? In case of ordered list, we do have certain order here, with the help of which we can identify whether English stands for first one or whether Mac stands for second one or social stands for third one, right? That's the beauty of your ordered list over here. Okay, that's the beauty of your ordered list over here. Okay, so now in case of your unordered list or in case of your ordered list, you can have a nested list as well. That's the thing, but within your unordered list, you can have one more unordered list or you can have an ordered list. Similarly, within an ordered list, you can have a one more ordered list or vice versa, you can have an unordered list as well. Okay, but before going to that particular concepts, so right now we are having 1, 2, 3 over here, right? So we are having it in a proper series or a proper sequence over here. So can we reverse this particular sequence? Let's say I want 3, 2, 1 over here rather than getting 1, 2, 3. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. How is that? So you can just go back to your ordered list and just say we want it to be reversed. And I'll just say equals, I'll just go with true over here. See, I'm having an attribute called as reversed over here for my ordered list and I'm just stating it as true over here. So now if I just go back, see, we started getting 3, 2, 1. So the series just got flipped here. Rather than getting 1, 2, 3, it started showing me 3, 2, 1 over here. It's with the help of this particular attribute called as reversed over here. Okay, let's make it as false right now. And then let's just go back to our browser. We'll have it in a proper way. And let's just refresh. Okay, false is not working as expected. You can either go with a true or you can either skip that particular one. Okay, so let's say true. And if we just come back, see, for true, it's going with 3, 2, 1. Let's say if we don't wish to get it reversed over here, then you can directly remove this particular attribute called reversed. And then if I just go back to my browser, you can see it started showing in a 1, 2, 3 over here. Now the question comes, why we always want to start it from 1? Let's say if I want to start it from something called 100. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. How is it possible? For that, we can directly go and say an attribute called start. And I can just provide a value called 100 over here. And now if I just go to my browser, see the number rather than getting with 1, 2, 3 over here, it started loading with 100, 101, 102 accordingly, right? So it's all with the help of your start attributes over here. Now the question comes, can we change the bullet here? Rather than having only 1, 2, 3 numbers, can we change the bullet? Yes, you can change the bullet as well. How is it possible? So for that, you can just go ahead here. For that, we can just go ahead here. And we do have an attribute called as type. If you can see, I started getting 5 different types of options here, right? Let's go with the very first one. Okay, the very first one, what I'm writing here, type 1 stands for default one. That's nothing but if I just go back to my browser over here, see, it's still 100. Okay, let's remove that 100. We'll go with 1 only. So let's say start with 1 only. That's fine. So if you can see, we started getting 1, 2, 3, right? So either I write this type is equals to 1 or not, by default, I'm getting the same thing over there. So if you hover on this thing, see, this 1 here indicates for the default one stating number. And we have a uppercase I, which stands for bigger Roman number. We have lowercase I, which stands for smaller Roman number. We have uppercase A for bigger alphabets, lowercase a for smaller alphabets. Okay, let's discuss all of these things. So type is a default attribute. So I can directly say type. You can pass value as 1. So where 1 is a default one, either you write or either you skip this particular one, it will gonna remain the same thing over there. What is the other thing we have here? So let's say I want to go with something called alphabets. So for that, I just go with a lowercase a over here. So now if I just save my application and if you guys go back to browser, see, rather than getting 1, 2, 3, 4 here, we started getting the lowercase a, b, c over here, correct? Indicating we started getting the lowercase alphabets. Similarly, what if you wish something called bigger case alphabets? Okay, that's nothing but uppercase alphabets. So for that, if I just go back, see, I started getting uppercase a, b, c, just because I added the type with the uppercase a over here. Similarly, what if you wish something called Roman numbers over here? Let's say I just go with a smaller I over here, indicating you will get your lower Roman numbers over here. See, we got 1, 2, 3 as expected. Similarly, if you wish something called upper or bigger Roman numbers, for that you can just go with uppercase I. And if I just go back to the browser, we started getting bigger Roman numbers over here, 1, 2, 3 and so on accordingly. So similarly, I can change the start value here. So I can just say I want it to start from something called 8 over here for any of the other things as well. Okay, that's nothing but for any of the combination. So right now I'm having a start with 8 and type as uppercase I, indicating bigger case Roman number. See, we started getting bigger Roman number 8, 9, 10 accordingly. Similarly, what if you want to reverse this thing? Yes, even that's possible. You can just go and state it as reversed and just pass a value as true over here. And now if we start going back over here, it will start loading the same things on your screen as well. Okay, so that's how we have different types of attributes for your ordered list over here. Do we have any do we have any sort of attributes for your unordered list as well? Obviously, we don't have this internal functionality, but as a common thing, we can't have start here. Why? Because we don't have any proper series. At the same time, we don't have reverse because again, we don't have any series or sequence over there, but we can still change the type to certain level over here. What do I mean by that? Right now, we have a shaded circles over here, right? Right now we have a shaded circles. Let's write some headings for this thing. So it's clear. Let's say I just go with H6 and I just say unordered list. Let's say it as unordered list over here. Similarly, I just write one more heading here in order to make it clear on the screen side. So I will just say one more H6 over here. And I will just say it as an ordered list here. Okay, so let's just go back to a browser and it should be quite clear right now. If we can see in case of our unordered list, we're having 3 shaded circles here, right? Can we unshade those circles? Yes, it's possible. But again, you can just go ahead here and you can just say we have an attribute called as type over here. And I will start getting certain things here. Okay, so I just say the very first thing by default. Okay, the way how we have one as a default over here, in a similar way, we do have certain default things for our unordered list as well. So by default, we always get it disk. Okay, the shaded circle, what we are seeing over there, it's all because of your disk value over there. So if I just go back and if we see the disk here indicates a shaded circle over here. What if I wish it as an unshaded circle? So for that, I can just go and make it a circle over here. So now if I just go back to my browser, we can see we started getting 3 unshaded circles. It's possible with the help of a value called as circle over here. Similarly, what if I wish a square on my screen? So is it possible? Yes, it's possible. So we can just go and we can state it as square over here. And then if I just come back to my browser over here, see, we started getting 3 different types of squares on our screen as well. Okay, similarly, we can remove all the bullets as well because it's an unordered list. So even that's something what we can accept over here. So I can directly state it as none. And now if I just go back, see, we are no longer having any bullets on our screen. Since it's unordered list, it's totally fine over there. Okay, similarly, let's write the documentation over here. So the very first one stands for default. Here disk stands for default over here. Okay, what are the other things we had here? So we had something called lowercase alphabets, uppercase alphabets, lower Roman numbers and upper Roman numbers. These are the other things what you can support with your type value over there. Okay, that's how we can just go with our ordered as well as unordered list in our HTML here. So what if I want to have a nested thing? Okay, let's say I want to go within my ordered list and within English, I want to have something called grammar and parts of speech over here. Okay, let's say I want to have grammar, verbal, parts of speech and some other stuffs. So for that, I can just go within this particular li, and let's say I want to have a one more ordered list within my ordered list only. So I can still go with the shortcut over here. So I can just go and I can just say ordered list greater than symbol. Let's say I want li for, let's say I want to have it for 5 times. Okay, I can just go and I can just say li for 5 times. See, on the right hand side, it's showing the emit. Whatever we wrote it over here on the left hand side, it will gonna appear in this particular way over there. See, this is what we'll be getting over there. If I just hit on enter and we can see we are at the very first one here. Let's say I want to write parts of speech and I just hit on tab again so that it will directly take me to the next li, and I just say grammar over here. I'll hit on tab again. Let's say I'm writing some dummy contents as of now. Let's say sentence. Again hit on tab. I'll just go to the next li. I will just directly say words over here. Let's say tab again and I can directly go and we can write certain content over here. So let's say contents. Okay, so now if I just go back to my browser, we can see we started getting under our English, we got different types of ordered list, right? And by default, it's again number. So can we change it? Yes, you can still change it as well over here as well. Okay, so I can just go and I can say type, or I can change start or whatsoever according. Let's say I want alphabets, and we can just see we started getting in alphabets as well. Okay, so you can have any of this combination. It can be start or type or reversed again over here as well. So in this way, you can have as many number of ordered list within ordered list or unordered list within unordered list, or vice versa, or a combination of both as well. Let's say within this ordered list, I want to have an unordered list here. So for that, I can directly go ahead and I can say ul, and you can directly say li here. Again, even this works. Or let's say I don't want to go and write all these things manually, you can still go with a shortcut stating ul. I will just say greater than symbol li for 2 times, so I'll just say into 2 over here. Now the question comes, where are we understanding this particular ul followed by all these things, right? So for that, again, we can directly go back to a browser and we can just search with our emit cheat code over there. Okay. So we can just see I just wrote emit cheat sheet over here. Let's go to the very first site over here, and if I just open this particular one, we can get the total emit documentation over here. See, I am going and writing the same thing here, right? Where in case of right now I'm having a greater than symbol. Greater than indicates within that particular child over here. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just saying navigation. Here we can see they're having a navigation greater than ul followed by li in order to get in this particular structure. Okay. That's nothing but li is the child of ul, and again in turn ul is a child of nav over here. But I'm writing a combination of this greater than followed by multiplication, right? What's this multiplication over here? Indicating how many times you wish that particular tag. So we are just writing ul greater than li for 5 times, indicating our li should be for 5 times here, and it should be present in turn as a parent for your ul over there. Okay, that's what we were having on our application as well over here. So now I just wrote some li over here. Let's say I can just say dummy 1, and let's say one more dummy 2 over here. And then if I just come back to a browser, we will be having those particular things. See, we started getting unordered list within our ordered list as well. Okay, that's how you can have a mixture of any of those particular things on your screen here. Similarly, let's say what if we have something called ordered and unordered. What is the other kind of list we do have over here? The other list what we have over here is nothing but our description or a definition list over here. So what's the definition or a description list over here? So for that, let's write a heading again. So I will just go ahead here. Let's say h6, and I just say it as definition list only. Okay. So let's just say it as definition list over here, and I'll just come back over here. So the way how we had something called ul for unordered, okay, and ol for ordered. In a similar way, we do have a dl here, which stands for definition list over here. So now let's just go within this definition list. I just say dl. Let's say we want to have a dl tag over here, and we will just get started within this particular things over here. But in case of your unordered or in case of your ordered list, we do have something called li, which stood for list items over there, right? Whereas in case of your definition list, we don't have li over here. Rather, we are having a pair of dt and dd pairs over here. What's the dt right now? So dt stands for definition term over here, followed by we do have a dd. So let's say dt, dt, and I just say right now I'll just go with HTML, and just for time being, and let's go and have another one called as dd, where dd stands for definition description. So let's go within dd, and I can just say for time being, I can just say it has, we can directly say it's a HTML structure where we use it in order to get some skeleton for a web application. But right now I just go and write the complete full form. Let's say it as hypertext markup language. Now if I just go back to my browser and let's just go ahead here, we can just see we just got the definition list where we started getting HTML followed by that particular dd indicating hypertext markup language. Similarly, let's have a few more dt dd pairs. So it is always in terms of pairs. So let's say CSS over here. So I will just go back to dd and let's say cascading style sheets over here. Similarly, I'll write few more things. Let's say dd, and this dt will be for JS, and I just come back to dd. Again, you can write some keywords over here. Okay, you can write some key value pairs where you can write the detailed description for the particular term over here. Okay, so I just say it as JavaScript, but right now I'm just writing some dummy contents over here. So let's just go and we can see we started getting that dt dd pair of your definition list as well. Okay, the most usual case in order to use our definition list over here is nothing but our dictionaries. So we know like dictionaries is always sorted out in terms of your alphabets, right? So every alphabet or every string over there or every key over there has certain description on the right hand side, right? It's all with the help of your definition list. So the one good example for your definition list would be your dictionary, correct? So when we go to a dictionary, let's say if I'm searching for a keyword called HTML, on the right hand side we'll be having a detailed description, right? It's again built with the help of your definition list over there. The pages are sorted in terms of alphabetical orders, but again, in order to have the key value pair, that's nothing but the definition value pair, it's been built with your DT and DD pair over there. So in this recording, we discussed about three different types of list. The very first one is an unordered list. Secondly, we discussed about ordered list. We discussed about what are the different attributes which supports your ordered as well as your unordered list. We discussed about nesting list. That's nothing but a list within another list. Similarly, we discussed about our definition list as well over here. So that's it for this particular recording. We discussed about all the three different types of lists, what we have in HTML. That's nothing but ordered, unordered, and followed by definition list with those particular proper attributes as well. At the same time, we also understood about the shortcuts for your emit abbreviation, where we have multiplication symbol in order to replicate it for n number of times, greater than symbol in order to have a parent-child relationship over there. Okay, so that's it for this particular recording. So thank you for watching.